For me, it's more like honestly, if it's just a hobby, then it ain't worth it.
No,
which is why I'm trying to look at it like this. Which is why I'm trying to look at it. Where can I profit from this from? If I don't see that, then to me, I'm just wasting my fucking time. Like we could do it if we just so happen to hang out once in a while. Right. We'll just turn the shit on and just record. But if I'm gonna take it serious and be like, all right, we're gonna do this. We're gonna meet up every whatever day it is and actually record. Then
are you gonna do it?
Well, I think.
Because the only what I'm saying is because you have a farther distance.
Yeah, that's kind of what we're saying.
I don't give a shit about that. Like, I mean, if I see the opportunity in it, I'm the type of dude that I'll grind it out. I don't care if I gotta drive all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting on that. That's one thing. I'm gonna start going to CDL class.
Okay.
Late March or whatever. And I just got my hands in different shit.
Right.
So this is another avenue, which to me, I'm like, yo, is this it? Like, is this my calling?
I see.
You know what I'm saying? It could be. You know what I'm saying? So
I did that.
So I'm like,
I dig it.
let me give it 100% and see if it's really my calling.
Word.
And if I feel like at any point it's like, nah, I was wrong about this shit. Let me try this. Then that's what I mean. I'll drop it. But as of now, it's like I'm following my gut feeling. Like, all right, maybe.
I think my gut feeling is that shit looks ill as fuck. So, like, it don't matter. Like, this is real. You got the. This is real.
That doesn't mean that I won't keep recording, but it would just be a hobby instead of something that I'm taking serious.
Of course.
I mean, that's how I kind of feel about it. This nigga, half of the time, he gotta force me to cry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you get into it, you enjoy it too, nigga.
Yeah.
Well, Dan has always been that.
I think everybody has the same. It feels like everybody has the same amount of interest in it. You might have a little bit more than everybody else, but.
Well, you know what? To be honest with you, I think mine matches his in a way because I like this. I like this because it's using our freedom of speech, at least to an extent. Because as he mentioned before, a lot of social media avenues don't necessarily let you say everything you gotta say. And if they do, they be like, well, there's another place, and then they'll let you do that. But for the better part of what we're trying to do, I appreciate it because there's a lot going on in the world. And motherfuckers are profiting off of people's weaknesses. Yeah. Jokers are making videos like yesterday didn't happen and today is not happening, and it's kind of sickening because this is what really matters and this is what really is helping people move forward. You know, everyday life, things that we talk about, like what you were talking about with him in that setting where you were at the White Couch. I guess they were over your house.
Oh yeah.
I was listening to that. Now, was it lengthy? Yeah. But I was listening and I was intrigued about who was gonna say what next and how the conversation was just unraveling was really dope. And maybe there's not as many views to back up my interest for other people as well. Yeah. But then again, nobody was really pushing that video. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So imagine if you would have pushed that video and said, listen, I know you're a family, I know you're a friend. Just like back in the day when, you know, jokers used to just put stickers on
families to see this shit.
But remember, people used to put stickers
I agree with you
on well,
the friend part, because I don't know, motherfuckers be hating, but
you always this is what I told him. I said,
if you and your friends see it, it's fine.
My thing is this: you can never really assume that a family member and a friend are two different entities when they are still people who may be going through the same struggles. And what you're talking about, that family member may not in face to face say, "Yo, I definitely like that video," but secretly behind your back as a guilty pleasure, they might be home, been watching the shit out of what you're saying and really helping their lives go through. You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah.
And that's something that I always tell him, like, bro, like he said, he was like, yo, my shit ain't blowing up the way that, you know, he would expect it. But I love the fact that people would be like, yo, can you help me? I see the little comment, yo, can you help me? And he'll be like, absolutely. Boom, you just got another one. It's like anything else, any business, you have to build clientele, and clientele is not going to always come rushing to your door.
It ain't going to fall.
You don't want them to rush to your door because then you become bombarded and you really don't know if you're prepared for that type of volume. But when they come one by one, that's called growth, bro. That's called making mistakes and learning from them.
Yeah, not for real. So, I mean, I think all the only thing that it would need is consistency.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Because we all
like, I'm just saying.
So let's get
it.
Salute,
man.
man. We all here. We all What the? Salud. Love y'all, my family.
To, you know what I mean? To prosperity in 2020 and for this coronavirus shit to go away. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I'm just laughing on this bottle, all my germs just flying into it. I'm just like,
Yeah, you know you're drinking my chaser, right? So take a sip.
I was taking a sip.
A real quick sip. I love my chaser. But listen, man.
But yeah, like for me, it's just I want to give it a real shot before I actually quit on it and just put the shit to the side and move on to the next thing. You know?
Well, then let me ask you a question. If we're gonna build this network, are you gonna start creating some of your own independent content?
Like doing my own videos?
Yeah, and so I
Well, I mean, once I learn how to edit and shit, yeah, I'll do my own shit too. Like,
yeah. In an ideal world, one of us wins the lottery, and I just fucking stop working, and I'll just edit all this shit. Like honestly,
that's cool. I'm down with it.
I'm done with fucking work. I'm done with regular jobs. Like I want to vomit every time I step inside of fucking like.
That's a good feeling, bro. That's a good feeling because that's a feeling that you didn't satisfy. You didn't settle in. You're not chained. You just you ain't with it, bro. Like you go there, but you leave the door unlocked so that way you always have a way out. That's how it is, bro.
Yeah, like I feel like you always need at least 2 or 3 backups, like something that.
Complacency is a motherfucker.
Yeah,
Well,
like,
that is the true disease.
when old heads used to tell me that shit, like putting all your eggs in one basket, like it sounded like whatever, cheesy and whack, but that shit is fucking real.
Because old heads
When you
didn't know
just
how
put
to
all your shit in one
explain it
fucking
to us, too.
area, like yo, that.
But yeah, I kind of like everybody. I can't leave.
Yeah, look,
way farther than everybody.
Nah, just relax, nigga. It's cool. It's cool.
It's like having one chick. You can never have one chick.
What?
You gotta have more than one chick.
Nigga,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Say that shit.
You loaded your tone.
Yeah.
Not that I'm in that position.
Fuck.
I'm just getting you loaded your
Yo,
tone.
I'm sorry.
Listen,
you
we
can't have one woman.
Oh,
You always
wait,
gotta have
from-
a side.
I'm glad we switched, so now we can go into something else. Come on.
From this point on. No, because we got to be no holds barred, man.
Did you say no hoes, bar?
Yeah, he been recording.
Yeah, he been recording. I figured you didn't know. I was like, damn, yo, he look.
Yeah, no, he looked
Now
good.
relax.
He looked relaxed. Yeah, that's
No,
It's good. This is what this is about.
Yeah, cut that part out.
No, I'm not cutting none of that out. No, wait, listen, stop.
Yo, you never know. Yo, wifey might see that shit.
And we're doing.
And that's when you don't want family.
Nigga, when my ass is in the street, sleeping in my car, like
how
what the
far
fuck?
you
talking about FaceTime and wifey with the baby.
Listen, I have nothing else to lose, man. But
You don't, nigga, but
so don't bring that topic up. Then it would suck.
shit.
Well,
it was just between us. Like
Yeah.
I'm not trying to use it as.
But he's
content.
saying don't bring it up.
No, I'm just.
He's saying don't bring it up in front of this where he has
Yeah, I
recorded
was-
because this is what he's favored.
I get it.
This is where I was about to go.
Where it's wise.
I was going to
Go
go
for
with
it, go for
the no holds barred approach in terms of the way I want it to be. I want it to be as natural of a conversation as we can have when it's recorded. So when we get
It's us.
So it's us. But topics that you don't want to talk about, like it just be.
MGTOW. Don't. Yeah.
Well, we can talk about it.
Yo, hold up. Speaking of which, real quick. Yo, I was riding the whip, right? Boom. Stock market takes a hit. You know what I thought of? That motherfucker who did not like you, and he was talking about, I make my money from the stock market. And you see him in his like that one little side of his living room with the computer in the back, and I'm thinking, what the hell that motherfucker surviving right now, where all his shit just plummeted. Because he made it seem like that was his main source of income. Like, well, I had an investment.
See, and that's why you can't rely. I'll be telling these stock dudes, like, you can't just rely on fucking stocks, man.
Because it's a risk. It's all a risk.
It's not solid. It's
No.
not anything solid. Like, it's just fucking.
Hedge funds.
Like I said, like I was telling you, look at my 401k. That shit went from damn near 20,000 to 13,000.
What the fuck? What?
Shit just took a nosedive.
Bro, are you
I had to
serious?
stop. Why? I had to stop looking at my 401k. Bro. I was looking at
said-
this shit every day.
Trump said, was it yesterday or a day before? He was like, stop it. Like the stock market, you know, ding, 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 and then at the end they go, all right, it's done. Everybody go home. No, he said, no, everybody go home right now. Like it's done. We're not. He suspended all.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I got a theory on this horse shit, man. This coronavirus, first off, we have been gearing towards a recession for a long fucking time. We've been heading toward recessionville in America, and everyone's just everyone's denying it.
Do you know why?
But so the who give the stock market? It's all monopoly money. Who cares?
No, it's not.
But
that. The economy is flawed, though. That's why this is bound to happen. It's
designed
a cycle.
To fail. Trump. Everyone's doing this whole scapegoat of the coronavirus. Justin Bieber just fucking said that, he had to stop his tour from stadiums, to arenas. Like he had to basically bring his
like a coffee shop.
Yeah, basically coffee shop, basically. And he's blaming the coronavirus. Trump's doing the same thing. All he's doing is blaming the coronavirus. Like stop.
I mean, I definitely think there is some people blaming the coronavirus.
Yeah,
for shit.
For bullshit, man. Using this shit as a scapegoat. Like that's what they do all the time. Every fucking election.
But it don't mean that it ain't real. It don't mean that it ain't real. But I have my own theory, and it might be fucking out there.
No, go ahead.
But for me, I feel like some of this shit is real, but some of it I think is them practicing on what would really happen if some shit was really to take out millions of motherfuckers. Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, like they using this as a stage to be like, all right, this is what we would actually do. This is what would happen and shit like that.
And and what they've exposed is how unprepared they are, and more importantly, I'm gonna just throw it out there: The Simpsons predicted this.
Oh my god! You wanna
The Simpsons did predict this, as they do with all other things, except they kind of got wrong in a couple things, or maybe they didn't get wrong.
So is the Simpsons Illuminati? Like his?
I don't know, man.
When I hear the
like
Simpsons,
Stan himself is the one that's like of the writer for the
Yeah, bro.
All that shit comes.
My man's got the magical brush, and he's like,
never know.
remember the episode with what's his name, Jim Carrey, and he was God, and he took the anchor, the host who got the position he wanted, and he was like, and he was doing all the voiceover, and the dude, he was fucking up. I feel like in a way that's more or less what's happening. Is that
talking about Bruce Almighty?
Yeah, Bruce Almighty. I feel as if that's almost like what's happening, is that there is an ulterior motive, but like anything, like a crime scene, like anything. How do you make it seem that you never had your hands ever involved or any involvement whatsoever? You make the trail of where this all started so far gone that either people lose interest, or the people that do find out, oh, he disappeared in a traveling to blah blah blah, or he died in a bomb, something horrific, but nobody cares about, because 2 days later they're worried about why LeBron didn't score this amount, or why Rihanna, whatever, is wearing this and she's got stretch marks or something. Like they always use what's pre-existing, bro. Like, come on, man. It's all smoke. It's all smoke.
Even with podcasts, like they follow the algorithm and what's like popular topics. That's all you hear about, the same shit. They beat you over the head with it over and over and over. And that's how a lot of this shit are popular or relevant.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to say coronavirus at least 15 more times so we can
You may even have to put a clickbait
All you gotta do is
image
put
of
like
coronavirus.
you gotta put like cure for coronavirus.
The coronavirus podcast.
I like
And that, it's 2 million views,
like we found.
but it has like 10,000 dislikes, 10,000 thumbs down, because it never had anything to do with the cure. But they were wondering why the hell,
clickbait, man.
So this brings me into what I wanted to really talk about in terms of the no hold. The word that I'm gonna keep on saying is no holds barred.
Right.
I want to call this the I don't give a fuck podcast. I
Is that? I mean,
I want to call this the unedited as fuck podcast. Honestly, that's the name. That's the name of this podcast. Unedited as fuck.
it's very
podcast.
blunt, I guess. That's a very blunt title. I think we should delegate on that a little more before we decide on an actual name. But I can see where you're going.
Unedited as fuck podcast. You know.
See but the thing is, everybody has like different shit going on in their life. Like some people might have to filter their shit a little bit more than others. Like you just can't put every thought and every single thing out there.
Oh yeah, no,
You know what I'm
y'all can just let me, push the boundaries and react to it.
Well, and
or
listen,
not react to it, you know what I mean? But that can still
You said it best. You were like, my life is in shambles. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say.
I agree.
Yeah, when your life is in shambles, you can fucking
Got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose,
It's just
man.
like whatever. But
When are people the most powerful? Is when they have nothing to lose, or in their mind they feel as if there's nothing to lose more than what I've already lost. So if I don't go all out,
I feel like
then what have I done?
I feel like
It's in vain.
because like if you have everything to lose, then you dangerous too. And if you have nothing to lose,
That's true.
dangerous.
But I
Like,
think the world has made it to. I think the world has made it for us to believe that we have something to lose, but at the same time, we could always flip that switch. But we're always stuck in, I guess for better lack of words, a purgatory. Like, we don't know what side to take. And that's always been that way. That's been that way with elections. That's been that way with music, favors, everything that you think of. Teams, anything. It's always been...
let's have more fun. Let's have more fun.
When you really
I'm just saying.
When you
really... I'm being Vince. I'm sorry.
Hey, yo, honestly, when you really break it down, bro, we ain't got shit. We gonna lose everything, man. We gonna lose our lives.
Word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I know I'm taking it to a really dark place.
Where
We can't do that too much, by the way.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
Okay, you gotta stay up.
So much for well, there's one edit point
Aaron's trying to get out of editing. That's
Yeah.
He just said, the man just said he want to call this shit the unedited as fuck
Well,
podcast.
that's true.
And the I don't give a fuck.
You know what? Put a happy emoji on her face.
The I don't give a fuck podcast.
And it follows out so that they can't identify who my daughter is. They be like, it's like this fragment, like.
I don't think
there's a reason why, like we were talking about it earlier. There's a reason why, like the most successful YouTubers, they everybody edits their videos.
Oh, of course.
They put little sound effects and little shit in there.
But-
you know what I mean?
but then you
makes
got-
it more pleasant to watch.
But then you have someone like Joe Rogan, who's the #1 podcast in the world, who
He's the
very lightly
exception,
edits.
though.
But what did you? But now
Them videos
you
is
just
edited
said
to
it
a
though.
certain
Oh
You
yeah,
said-
of course it
But
is.
you
trying to
just said
agree.
it. Joe Rogan is somebody.
Joe Rogan carved out his own, like,
yes,
lane.
and he established himself
And
in
he used to
comedy
do Fear
and
Factor
through UFC,
comedy.
Fear Factor.
Yeah,
so for him
he
to do
came
a
a long way.
podcast,
He been doing this shit.
so
Yo,
for him to do
he's
a
the
podcast,
exception.
it was inevitable.
He's the exception, but
Definitely the exception.
Comparing yourself to Joe Rogan or whatever is like.
Oh, I'm
what's
comparing
his
myself to I'm comparing
What's
myself to
the other one?
somebody who went
XM
left
Radio?
from everybody else.
The famous
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern,
Okay.
bro.
Went fucking left from everybody else, and you want 10 million or do you want 100 million?
But
and
he-
100 million is follow the lead, because
And
if
they got paid for that
if we
shit.
do
Yes.
if we do the same thing as
Millions.
everyone else, if we do the same shit as everyone else. And there's a billion podcasts out right now. Everyone's gonna be like, we're gonna just be,
Yeah, everybody
we're gonna
ain't
be in
mom
the
got a
we're gonna be in the swipe left version of the podcast space. Someone's gonna be able to find a slightly more interesting, slightly more handsome group of 4 guys talking.
You know
in
you
a
could-
fancy
hold up,
house.
but you
Or
know-
if you go left and do.
But you know you can find any kind of podcast out there, probably, right? Or any kind of YouTube.
yeah, anyone could.
So what could niggas do that's so different that's gonna separate us from?
Not edit anything. That's,
You think that's?
But
gonna
videos can't.
Fuck yeah.
But videos can't be no damn 2 hours long because people's lives are too preoccupied.
you don't gotta
for
be
them.
2 hours.
But when as I mentioned before, the video that you 3 had, including Rome, I watched it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't watch it for the full length. I watched a length
No,
of it.
I got that
and
complaint too from
It
people
was,
that
it was
they said
a bit
too long.
lengthy,
And-
it was
and-
interesting, but it was a bit lengthy. Like, bro, I'm watching it, babe,
Joe-
and that's what I get. Or, yo, we need you to stop at. Like, I can't.
That's fine. That's fine. That's still their taste. Joe Rogan does 2 hours.
That's why I was.
But
telling
you don't
Aaron-
see 2 hours
That's why I was
on-
telling Aaron about the importance of like putting clips in there, like certain topics
Yes.
throughout the podcast.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you
Put, like,
take
little
a
5-minute clips or whatever.
I mean,
topic
So if you
That's
take
another-
a 2
that's
hour
another
video
blueprint
and chop it
that
up to
people use,
little
but
15
that's
minutes,
dope.
that's
Something
perfect. Because that's what Joe Rogan does. He takes a bunch of the clips from a 2 hour or an hour session, but he turns them into
And he puts
he
like
turns into a topic.
he put like a crazy title on there, like
Well,
doctor, whatever, talking
Joe
about
Rogan doesn't do that.
coronavirus.
Young Jamie does that.
Because
That's
it's so
his sidekick.
1439.
Yeah.
Because to be honest,
point exactly.
I don't sit there and listen to a whole Joe Rogan podcast.
Hell no.
I listen to the clips. Whatever I'm interested in.
I ain't gonna lie.
The topic.
I ain't gonna lie. I am a special type of nigga, so I could watch
Word.
up to 3 hours of one video.
Yeah, I watch all Joe
Because
Rogan.
I'll be in the gym just on the treadmill, just listening to the shit.
Yeah.
Or on my way to work, I'll just, instead of radio and all that, I'll put that on.
Yeah.
Or like just on my downtime, I'm listening to that. So I could digest that much in one video. But the average consumer probably can't.
No, well,
like their attention span
because-
probably ain't that
The
great.
#1 podcast is still Joe Rogan.
But
It's
Well,
an outlier.
we're not saying that Joe Rogan doesn't have have a powerful, platform to speak on. What we're saying is, if we did the 2 hour, we can't just feed them the 2 hour and only the 2 hour. We have to give them, hey, you like this chicken? Well, try this sliver of the chicken. Try this meat of the chicken, and then we'll give you the chicken later.
So much time in the world. I only have but so much time in the world in Magic Land. Like I said, I won't have.
Well, nobody's forcing you. That's why he said, "Yo, if I can start learning how to edit, I'm gonna do that too."
Yeah.
This is another person who's eager to do the same thing you did, and I was watching you do it. Like, that's the beauty of it, is you went from, pretty much a basic background, basic this, basic that. So I was like, yo, how did you do that? How the fuck? You know what I mean? It was dope to
like
see
my whole thing.
that.
Honestly, the only reason why I haven't just turned my shit on in my car, which I thought about, and just put.
Which you should do. Which we all should do.
Maybe. You know what I mean? You know what? Maybe I should do that. But my thing is, I just don't want to. I want to edit my shit. I want my shit to come out a certain way. I just don't want it to be all over the place. But you know what? But you know what though? To just jump out there. But to just jump out there and see what happens, I might just fuck around and do that. Just turn it on literally and just.
You think and say, yo, take a look at my group with video.
Wu-Tang Clan was a polished product. Fucking Nirvana was a polished product. Fucking sometimes
formula they use.
Can I say something?
They made some shit up.
But can I say
that sound wasn't around when Wu-Tang was around. They made that shit.
I have a legitimate reason to why these things worked for them. It was of the time that worked for them. How many times have we heard something, seen something, or whatever, and we were like, "Yo, this shit is dope," but the world didn't see it that way. And then Doom-Man who at 20 made that product, he turns 40, and then he's like, he's golden right now. Because it's at a different time. It mattered then.
I have the quick judo move for you right now. We are in insane land. Everyone is doing the same shit. But this whole time for shit that goes left to come out.
But this is why
we're in clone land.
But this goes back to what he said
I don't know, man.
But this goes back to what he said by saying that people are easily just swipe left, swipe left, swipe left. They don't look at what you're seeing. They look at what they're used to, and that's what you're seeing is that clone land, whatever the fuck you call it, carbon copy, polyblur bullshit. That is what people are accustomed to. So the minute you put different out there, it's not like back in the day, different actually intrigued somebody. Today,
you don't know that.
No, you're right. I don't know that, but I'm just saying that at least if we.
I don't know if unedited is necessarily different though. That's what I'm saying.
I think it's super different. I watch a lot of podcasts too.
I don't think that's like a lane that motherfucker's gonna be like, oh, let me check this unedited ass video out.
I don't think so. I beg to differ. People love car crashes. Fucking America's Home Video was just a fucking compilation of car crashes. You don't think if people are just talking normal, we could just say some super ultra wild shit that can get us fucking banned tomorrow? Nigga, that shit is exciting and people would watch that shit, this fucking edit.
And you might fuck around and be right. Listen, I don't know. I'm not Nostradamus. I don't know. You might fuck around and be laughing in all of our faces in the helicopter, like I told y'all.
Right.
But it wouldn't laugh in our faces. I'd be bringing y'all motherfuckers right with me. What the fuck is laughing in our faces?
So I don't know, but I'm just giving you what I think.
So how about we get into some real content other than what we've been talking about, which is legitimate content.
You know what's crazy?
But let's talk about.
Y'all don't think what this was just fucking content?
I'm not saying it's not real.
You don't think
relevant.
What we just did was not compelling?
I think that one segment.
That one segment.
Everything probably leading up to that was shit, but
not the build up.
I think there was a lot of.
I wouldn't say that the build up was
as. We got a fucking clip then. This is what I'm talking about.
Okay, so let's go from there. So what are we? So all right. So let's talk about what's relevant right now, and let's speak on what we feel about it.
Let's talk about dicks.
All right, hold on.
What the fuck?
Niggas he could just put like a dildo in.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh man, no. I said I gotta throw a wrench in there, man. I gotta throw a wrench in the game sometimes.
Aaron is the wild card, so.
I'll say this much.
Oh, dicks.
If there was
about dicks.
At some.
No. I'll say this much.
Oh, that will be talking.
But I didn't get to get it out.
No good.
No. Yeah.
Pause.
Pause.
Yeah.
I thought we was getting up
Man.
pause in 2020.
I don't know. Fuck that shit.
Now that
We didn't do that video, remember?
Yo,
We have to have a video to make permission to do the next video. Like,
we got like an archive of unused
Hold on.
videos.
So let's talk about something outside of the realm of what we've already established, which is we're trying to change the game. So in what way do we want to change the game? And I think that speaking about what's relevant and putting our twist is what is going to help people not only tune in and say, hey, listen, you took my mind off of it, but at the same time, I didn't even realize that you were talking about the same thing I didn't want to think about. I think that's what's missing. I think that people don't want to know that there's a coronavirus. People don't want to know that things are happening around them.
Shit is fucked up, right?
Because it fucks them up, right?
Yeah.
Because what is it? People first want to say, yo, there's too much happening. I'm going to claim insanity. I'm going to claim depression. I'm going to claim X, Y, and Z. And
Wait, you said claim, so
well,
which means
I say claim because
you
people don't use,
so you think they're bullshitting about it?
I don't think people use. Well, no, I'm not.
I think they're bullshitting
Respectfully so, I'm not saying that people are bullshitting. I'm saying that people claim the same way we used to look at WebMD and try to self-diagnose ourselves because we try to cut corners and save money and the hassle of getting in the car, driving to the doctor, waiting for 30 minutes to be seen for our nutsack to find out if that was a lump or if that was just a pubic hair that was ingrown. I feel.
Personal experience.
No.
that was bad.
I was like, that's
Hold
way
on.
too
You know
specific.
how I am. Shut up. I'm very detailed. I feel that people want something that will take them away from reality. But what if we took them away from reality, but in the reality that we take them to, it's actually the same thing that they've always been in? So let's hold on, listen. Do you get where I'm going with this? Let's talk about the coronavirus, but not in the way that it scares people to not want to hear about it, but in the way that we were talking about the conspiracy theory. I'm talking about how it's affecting, like for instance, like we're not going to talk about the coronavirus per se, but let's talk about how you just walked into a supermarket and you realize you ain't got no toilet paper to wipe your damn ass. So how you gonna wipe your ass? You gonna go outside and get the biggest leaf ever? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta talk about this, bro.
I'm just gonna pull the towel. I'm just gonna use the towel. You feel me? And
Yeah, I bet.
wash that shit by hand.
Yeah.
Yo,
How many of y'all have to wash?
Boil some water.
you ever wipe your ass with your hands?
Never. But this is what I'm talking about.
At least by mistake, bro.
Well, you see,
At
this
least
is
by
dope.
mistake.
Is this dope? Is this not funny? You said that was not content, or was that not content? I'm thinking, is this not content? This is funny how we're making humor, but we're being real about something that's happening right now. Let's talk on it.
You wipe your ass with your hand?
Yeah.
I would hate to see what that looks like.
Fuck that. Here you go. I grew up Puerto Rican, right? But this is no knock on Dominicans or anybody else.
And you
But
smell it.
I grew up Spanish as fuck, right? And then I just got away from it. I didn't. It just
Now you
wasn't
hate
me.
Spanish.
Hold on. Well, yeah.
Really?
Well, I don't hate them.
What
no.
the fuck?
No,
Wait,
hold on.
you just said yeah.
No. Hold on. Stipulation.
Reverse racism is
So
real.
what I want to say is.
Clarify, please.
What I want to
Elaborate.
hold on. What I
Sir.
want to say is, how many of y'all think that Vaporu is going to save us from the fucking coronavirus, huh? Nobody's seen a meme for that shit, right?
What?
I did.
Viva Peru.
Rubbing on your face.
Hey, yo, I
Just ingest it and
Probably,
you'll be cured of the
real shit. I just probably learned like 5 or 6 years ago that Viva Peru is actually Vicks Vapor Rub, but they just pronounce it Viva Peru.
Oh shit.
But it's actually Vicks Vapor Rub.
Yeah, nigga, you been in the dark.
I just realized this shit.
Wow.
Yo, my dad had a friend, right? I don't know if you remember him, Montgomery.
Yeah, of course.
I just realized 4 or 5 years ago that his name is Montgomery. But my dad called him Montgomery.
Okay, what?
Montgomery.
Yo, what about?
And then I learned that his name was Montgomery.
Yo, what about? Yo, what about at work? Niggas be like, oh, tu vas pa papaya. I'm like, what the fuck is papaya?
There we go. So you see, So what they gonna? Yo, they went from calling this shit the coronavirus, COVID-19, to now it's Rona. Now they calling it
Rona?
Rona. Yo, you got that Rona. This is what I'm talking about, yo. People are trying to psychologically get themselves to not believe that this is a real thing by making it a joke or giving it a nickname. They're taking ownership of it in a way that it's something it's not.
But you know what? You can't blame people because the thing is,
because they're scared.
It's not only that, but when we're kind of as a society immune to the shit.
We're desensitized.
We've been to Ebola. They were making a big ass fucking deal out of Africa.
We been through Ebola.
No. I'm saying as a world, as society.
Right.
Like we went through that scare.
That
Ebola,
bullshit.
everybody goes, Ebola, the Africans are coming and all that shit. Then, you know what I mean?
Oh shit, hold up.
Then, what was it, SARS? Yeah. Some shit that mosquitoes would just land on you and kill you or whatever. Like all kinds of shit.
Swine flu.
Like every 2 years.
So you can't blame people for being like, oh, this should have passed. Now, I'm not gonna lie, if this shit is the real deal, we're fucked.
We're fucked.
Because we sitting here laughing and all that, and God forbid.
But why was it?
A couple months from now, we probably all gonna be.
But why was it not the
coughing up blood and shit?
But why was it not the real deal before?
Or is it all horseshit?
It was the real deal. The only thing is it never came to our doorsteps. You know what I had? Hold on.
It's just like the end of the world, 2012, Y2K.
But,
how many times hasn't that happened?
But can I say this, right?
People be killing themselves and all kinds of shit and nothing happens.
I had a conversation with my children because I was like, yo, look, everybody come down, sit down, because we do this often. I do it often. And I was like, listen, let's talk about this. I said, yo, because one of my daughters came up to me and they were like, Dad, coronavirus has got me nervous. Please, like, let's talk. So we talked. So I said, let me ask you a question. Legitimately, where did it originate from? Asia, okay. Well, who here in our city is of Asian ethnicity? And it wasn't that we were subjecting them, but I was trying to get them to realize that at the time that they were scared, realistically, in a place where we are ethnically black and Spanish, or African American and Spanish,
not to scare you, but I work at a Chinese company.
Hold on. Excuse me, I got a little cough. But I was just basically trying to let her know that, listen, you don't have to concern yourself with it right now. Do what you're doing. Now, as it progressively got more of a concern, I told them these are the things that you should look out for or what will happen in our future. And it has been unraveling that way. So whether this is not real as a virus, it's real as how it's affecting us in the way that the economy. Yo, I went up my one street. I'm not going to name it. Well, whatever. Somerset Street. I went up Somerset Street right down the corner. And for the first time in the 11 years that I've been kind of on and off living here, that shit had one car per every block. And that Somerset Street is full of bakeries, bodegas, and everything. Where normally that would be flooded with cars, double parking and everything, it had one car. That's what our kids, that's what people are seeing, and they're taking that and they're adding on to their fear of what is to come. And they don't even know the legitimate numbers or the projected numbers, you know?
Well, you know, we have to. I'm gonna have to break kayfabe right now, and
say what you gotta say, nigga.
You have to let other people. I said I had to break kayfabe.
Right.
You know what that is?
No.
I have to break character. So we have to let other people into the conversation.
I just wanted to get my piece out, and then y'all do what y'all want with it. I mean, I'm not trying to take over this shit. But.
I mean, well, you was starting to
say hold on a lot though, but.
Oh.
Because I like to make sure that what I say, whatever.
This.
So what do y'all think about it?
So are you gonna start making videos?
Me?
Yeah, because you can get this.
I kind of have. In a way, I kind of have.
I go up. Asshole, bro. He's a fucking dick.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? Like going back to the Rona, the coronavirus. You know what's crazy that we're going into like allergy season. So imagine.
Word, bro.
Like now, niggas looking at you like you crazy if you sneeze or you cough.
You got watery eyes and shit.
Bro, I be scared to sneeze, man. I be holding that shit in, bro.
People look at you sideways, but now we're going into that whole phase where it's like allergy season now. So now you're gonna have those similar symptoms.
And you know what?
Not that. So now it's gonna be.
You know, another thing people haven't looked at either is we're entering a new decade. It's 2020.
Yeah.
So what if we're staring at something that's probably gonna happen for another 10 years or some shit? Like, you don't know.
Or even better than that.
Because it's too much of a coincidence that the shit is happening at the beginning of a new century. Yeah. So what if this is set in the present, like the like setting the
president-
tone of what's to come.
Because
I'm just saying, I don't want to look at the shit as
mean, God,
apocalypto.
All I'm saying is, I ain't seen
Nah, bro,
no
that's
club,
not
no
negative.
time
That's being realistic, bro.
That's seeing from that fucking third eye.
Bro,
what's
I ain't,
really
I ain't,
happening,
I ain't
bro.
nothing to no bitches no time soon, bro.
I mean,
That shit is looking bleak, bro.
I mean, if
I ain't
the
shooting
world,
up the club, kid.
if the world end, man, like who gives a fuck? Like,
But is the world ending, or are we experiencing what other countries have experienced?
Well, I mean, all of our
Because
world
I
is
feel like
gonna end. You gonna die one day. That's
But I feel like
my world.
we're experiencing what other countries have experienced, and we've been so fortunate with the resources that we have to not experience. Ebola, what do you think of? You just said it before. Africa. SARS, MERS, what do you think of? China.
Who got going around?
Man, what else gonna pass? Yeah, oh, he was babysitting before.
let me.
It's a hookah thing, by the way, everybody.
Do you think, because I'm gonna go where you were, kind of go where you're going with a different question. Do you think America is becoming a third world country?
Yes. Yes, I do. I think that America is becoming a third world country. I don't think it falls solely on our president. I think it is how things are unraveling and how we are reacting because of so many years of how we have been made to think that this just makes sense for us to be this way.
Hell no, I don't think.
I think so. I think that.
What I think is happening-
martial law is right around the corner.
Nah, what I think is happening is a lot of outdated, old-fashioned rules and regulations and way of living is dying.
And
a
so
lot
it's
of
a death.
But how is that
now-
different from
and
a
now-
communist?
And now there's going to be a new way of thinking, a new age, new everything, and some of this old shit is dying, and that people are getting shocked and they don't know how to react because some of this shit is not working anymore.
But
The
it's
way
new.
the economy is built doesn't work.
But you know,
the way this works doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So now it's time to destroy and rebuild a
It's
new
gonna be a
fucking
new
world.
awakening for a lot of people. I feel like,
But it's
across
new
the
good.
globe.
Yeah, well, and
Across
it's
the globe.
so and
No,
that
it
is
can be good, it
That
can
is
be bad.
that is the
I feel like it's
white
gonna be good.
supremacist, perspective. If things
Oh
are
my
changing,
God.
is it good? If
Is
it's
it
not
good or is
we're
it
gonna
bad?
fuck shit up.
Is this scaring you more into being more conservative, or is it scaring you to go to Walmart and buy out all the toilet paper
or
and
shit
hand
for school,
sanitizer?
because
I think in a way, amongst all the chaos and underneath all that, there's something positive to me.
Yeah.
But what?
Because you know what it is? Because a lot of the shit, global warming, the way we treat our nature and our environment
I
and
know
all
where
that
you're
shit.
gonna go with that.
You know what I mean? Like, to me, is pointing the finger back at us. Yo, we need to change the way we
Right.
fucking live.
And it's
You know what I'm saying? Let's be more natural. Let's be more.
Yeah.
Let's get away from carving into the fucking earth. And
So
digging coal mines.
is this virus natural, or did someone create it in a lab? I want to know your perspective.
My perspective is there's a group. I'm not gonna say Illuminati and no shit like that. I believe that every once in a while, when they feel like the population is overblown, they try to control the population, and they'll put some shit out to try to kill.
So what about
kill off?
So what about technically, when you look at the geographic sense of it, Midwest has the least populated amount of humans living in it, and yet you're talking about something where we overrun the earth, but technically we really haven't overrun our own country, because China is overrun.
Yeah, there's like two, like
You know what I'm
3 billion
saying?
So
people.
why you think
Yeah,
it happened?
China
Why you
is-
think it started in China?
Because I think well, go ahead.
If you want to bring the population down, where you gonna target it?
I feel like it
The
goes
Not
place
back,
that's the
necessarily.
most
I feel like
overpopulated.
it goes
Not
back
necessarily,
to,
because that is a country that they shut it down and they burn bodies and all this other crazy shit.
I think this goes back to the food, to what they're eating.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not bats necessarily,
well,
but a lot of the
their
animals.
their wet markets is the
Because-
technical term. Is fucking crazy.
I mean, yeah, there's
That's
a lot
what
of,
started it, supposedly. Eating bats. and-
Supposedly.
I don't
That
think
sounds-
that can't.
Supposedly.
But
I think that sounds like a convenient
there's
ass fucking reason.
But it's when you look at everything as a whole, there's no mystery why it happened there. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
they
it's
have some of the
disgusting.
biggest,
It's
like,
disgusting
range
as
of
fuck over
delicacies.
there.
They eat all type of
So
shit.
so since we spoke about
And look at the
Joe,
markets that
we
they
spoke
have.
about Joe Rogan before, and then as I talked to you about the episode 14, 30, go ahead. Come on.
Well, no, because the only reason why I go from an instantly bullshit sensibility is because most people believe, AIDS came from Africa and it was from some black guy who
Fucked a monkey.
who fucked a monkey, and that shit was a story for fucking years. So when I hear a story, it was this.
But is it hard to
dirty-ass
believe
markets.
when you can go to Colombia? Is it Colombia? or I don't know where it was exactly, but Vice, who normally they break the boundaries, they went to a country where motherfuckers be fucking donkeys or sheep or whatever.
Yeah, but you can find any
and that's actually a way of a man becoming, or a boy becoming a man, because
I think AIDS and all that shit was man-made though. That's my opinion.
I think so.
Because
I think so.
They could trace it back to Bill Gates and billionaires that invest in. Why are they so interested in giving the Africans vaccines? Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah.
Like, why do they go to Africa and you see niggas lined up trying to get vaccines? Like, you gotta question that type of shit. Like, what are you getting out of this? Are you trying to be the next Jesus and be the world savior? Like, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I mean,
why y'all flying planes over shit and all of a sudden you see shit falling out of planes and all that?
Yeah.
Like,
you talking about chemtrail?
The chemtrails and all that type of shit. Like,
Yeah.
bro, these billionaires, if you don't think that they're greedy and they want the population to be small so they could enjoy most of the resources, then you fucking crazy.
Yeah.
To me, I think that's what they all think about.
So are you saying Bill Gates is evil?
Most billionaires, when you reach to that level, I think you automatically you gotta buy into being evil. That's just my opinion.
Word.
Like,
In order to secure your lineage of money and so forth, yeah, I do.
You gotta do some grimy
agree.
shit, and you gotta think about,
because everyone's self-centered at some point. Like with
That's
that
true.
much money, like to secure your legacy, sometimes people gotta die. You know what I mean? Like in their
That's
world,
basic survival, and that's not even something I won't
and that's what I'm
disagree
saying. This is
with.
where the evil comes from. Like if you want infinite resources, that's why genocide seems to be the first.
but see, that's why I wouldn't. That's why I say I wouldn't want to be a billionaire. Because I would probably turn evil, to be honest with you. Like, if the world is ending and I got a helicopter, yo, y'all fuck. Me and my kids and my family, we good. We gonna go over here in this little cave and motherfucking Mount Everest, and we gonna survive this shit.
I don't know.
Y'all fuck. Like,
I don't know.
and maybe a lot of them think that way. Like, yo, they want the rest of the world to be fucked, and I'm gonna protect mine. Like,
That's a legitimate reason.
I mean, that sounds like a white person like sort of mentality and shit.
you and this white shit.
Wait a minute.
Okay,
Okay,
like,
all right,
you
hold
from
on.
a point where you don't have those resources allotted to you. So it's like
exactly.
once you have those resources, then you gonna start thinking that way.
Now,
Yeah,
Like it's human instinct to do so. To
All
think
right.
Like, if you grew up not
own.
having shit, and all of a sudden you have everything, and you gonna keep
gonna be
feeling
like,
like
no, just because you would do it doesn't mean everyone else would do it. Period. Like just because you would do it, that's where you.
And
that's for you to look at the purity in your heart. But I wouldn't do that if I had $1 billion.
But how many people do you
You
believe?
gonna go out and help people?
How many people?
After I finish fucking like 1,000 bitches, yeah.
Hold on, but how many people do you believe that made their
God,
millions?
man.
Before they made their millions, they thought the same way you did and said, "Yo,
This nigga gonna lose $1 million in a day.
of pure heart."
Nigga be the black Harvey.
Yo, how many people who have been successful of pure heart said, "This is what my intent is," and then after that number hits, and they're like, "Yo, you know what? My family member did me wrong, my mom did me wrong, and this stranger just spit on me. You know what? F you. I'm not putting no money into nobody's pockets."
Yeah.
That's how life is.
But it doesn't have to be that way.
It doesn't, but-
natural instinct is that you're gonna look after your own.
Yes, you
That's the natural-
when you start thinking
you're
about
right,
how
but
your
we're-
grandchildren will survive.
You're right. But you're talking
Once they
about
good,
infinite
then you'll
money.
be
You're
like,
talking
alright.
Bill Gates money.
But it doesn't always have to be Bill Gates money. There's people out there that they get $1 million, and what do they do? What do they usually tell you? What do you even know? Matter of fact, have you ever heard of what most advisors tell somebody who wins the lottery? They tell them, one, think
tell
about making
nobody.
investments, and two, change your address.
Don't tell nobody.
Change your address and don't tell
Maybe
nobody,
not.
and be careful of the people you hold cherished.
Well,
to you.
I didn't say I was gonna become a philanthropist if I fucking won the lottery. But if I had $1 billion, I would be a little more nice.
But what's a
I
little
doubt
bit more
that.
nice?
I doubt that.
Here's a little something tax write-off. You still
doubt
become
it,
a
bro.
billionaire, and they don't necessarily win. You just help.
So you're saying there's no such thing as a
You
good
just
billionaire?
applied. You just applied a
And
little.
you think you're gonna be a
Bro,
billionaire just in your
if
own
you
little
say-
You
world?
just applied an A&D ointment on their wound, but you didn't really heal it.
Bro, if you sitting there on some damn Blazerian shit and you getting topped off by like 5 bitches, cushy as hell, and some like $30 million mansion, you gonna care about the bum that's on the street.
Yeah,
I didn't say, but I didn't say that.
Don't see it like you won't be. You know what I mean? Because
Not only that, but automatically when you become like a billionaire or something like that, you're gonna have other billionaires around.
Yes.
And they're
You are
gonna
the
influence
company
you. They're gonna be like,
yo,
bro, if you don't want to lose this $1 billion and you don't want to be a part of this club,
This-
stop moving the way you move.
and what do they
Stop
tell
moving the
you?
way
You help
move.
me, I'll help you
You're gonna
keep
be-
your billion.
And you know
First
what? And
off,
that's
I would
why
not-
there's 1%ers.
Yes.
That's why it hasn't been built. It's 1% for decades.
Yes.
So
Remain 1%, not 2%, not 2%.
So you say you
not
can't be a good person. So you say you have to be evil to be a billionaire.
No, I didn't say be evil, but
You don't
you're just
think they
gonna
don't
make
want to be
sure
good? That's what I'm saying. They
You not
wanna
giving a
be-
fuck
Who's
about other
stopping
people.
somebody from being good?
No.
Bill Gates is supposedly
Bro.
being good.
Bro.
The one good thing he's doing with starting to a conversation, you're suspect of.
What I'm
Bro.
saying is, somebody with $200 in their bank account don't give a fuck about the next man. So what makes you think if you got $1 million in your bank account that you won't care about somebody else?
I believe that people with billions.
Unless they're in your immediate family.
I believe people with billions do want to be good
I don't
people.
believe that.
Listen,
It's
look
a
at Robert Kraft,
I mean,
right?
you
And I'm
could-
throwing
you
this
could
name
be
out
like
there.
that.
I'm gonna throw this name out
You
there.
don't have to be an
right?
asshole, but you just.
Robert Kraft.
So you wouldn't give your fucking waiter slide him off with a $100. You know what I mean? Just because.
But is that really helping them?
Yeah.
You call
yeah.
you call that the good deed of the day.
No,
They
it's
call
not.
that 100 to pay 1 month worth of what, groceries? That's not enough for them to see.
You don't gotta be Daddy Warbucks. Just fucking be more generous.
People
you know what I
don't
mean?
live in the dollar a dream turned into $1 million.
You want to be Scrooge McDuck if you're a billionaire?
No, nobody's saying we
Yeah,
want to be Scrooge
you-
McDuck. But I'm just giving you, we're trying to give you the insight of why millionaires or billionaires, why do they say the rich always become rich and stay rich? Because they are making the moves to be rich. You think that when a person invests in a business and says, oh, what is this, a sports drink? You know what? I can see a lot of people benefiting from this and I'll do a little charity work. They don't have a fucking clue of what that sports drinks actually has as far as the chemicals, the ingredients and everything that go into it. So people are just consuming it, diseases are coming, cancers are are happening from nowhere, and you're thinking, I'm helping people. What do you mean? I just went to a convention last week. That doesn't matter. But in the same sense, they are, from the depth of their heart somewhere, are trying to help people. They're helping people, but other people around them who have established themselves in the evil mindset of, I'm going to keep my billionaire, I'm going to keep my billion, I don't give a fuck about them. But you know what? In order to reassure that my billion stays a billion and that you keep your billion, how about you fucking keep me evil and I'll keep you good? That's the essential of Batman and fucking, and you know, what's his name? Joker, Superman and this and that and that.
I got a whole different outlook. on
Heroes
this shit,
keep
man.
the evil and the evil keep the heroes. Because without evil, who are
Like,
heroes?
to me, I just feel like
Right? Heroes don't help people.
I feel
cross
like the
street.
reason why it's hard to be good and all that,
And rich
in the
as
sense
fuck.
of the word, when you're a billionaire, is because it's unnatural to be a billionaire. It's unnatural to have more
Because you with the culture.
resources than every fucking body else.
'Cause you with the
at some
culture.
point in the history of human civilization and all that, like there was points in times where everybody was damn near equal or a little bit not
The
like
level wasn't that
lopsided.
far. Yeah, it
Where
wasn't that
it's
far.
unnatural for you to be a
It's always been
billionaire.
like this.
No.
It's
Nothing's
unnatural.
changed.
It's unnatural.
What do you believe in? Evolution or you believe in biblical?
Yo,
believe a little bit of
it's
both.
unnatural.
Both. They all started equal. When God said He created man and woman, and then He divided all of them amongst the world, they were not kings amongst.
There's always been a 1% in every generation.
But
of
you
life.
just said what you said, right? If we think of a biblical sense, God did not create man who spoke Chinese, or man who spoke Mandarin, man who spoke Arabic, and so forth and so on, and said, you're the king, you rule over all of them. No, He never said that. And the same thing for when you think about evolution. There was never that one that stood amongst them all. He had to separate, or she had to separate themselves from the rest. And so did the individual in the biblical sense who had to separate themselves. At some point they realized, I have power, and in order for me to stay comfortable and secure from where I am, because survival is an instinct, they maintained their power at the cost of
My
lives
thing is,
and
man,
everything else.
I don't think in any other time in history is a man able to buy an island, but another man is living on the street.
The Pharaoh.
Like
Word.
fucking Jeffrey Epstein had his own island
Nothing's changed.
full of minors and shit. And then you got a bum in
One
the
guy
street
had
that can't.
Egypt.
But that's exactly what we're saying. Egypt had its staff.
That shit is huge.
You know what? In Egypt,
One guy had Egypt, like he owned the
Pharaoh,
whole
yeah.
Egypt.
okay, so think about it. In Egypt,
Bro.
there would be a pharaoh, right? Or a pharaoh, the pharaoh. Okay, but they used to think that he was a god and that you couldn't even make him bleed. Then somebody created a movie and said, we're gonna call this 300. And by the way, throw a spear, cut his face. Oh my God, he bled, and everybody was shocked. That was probably the most dramatic part of the movie because that spoke volume to how someone back in history couldn't even get a chance to throw a spear at a pharaoh to show that he wasn't a god.
That's a movie. In real life, that nigga just served until he died. Like,
No, in real life, when he was a god, he never had anybody of a lower life level even come near him.
Yeah, he was the king. So I'm saying it was worse.
So
than
how
Pharaoh.
did he know? How was he able to display that he was God by putting fear in people? And that's how he kept himself to be God.
That's white people power.
But at the same time, he had a son and he cherished his son. He beloved his son.
Dude, yo, you believe white people are evil?
Yeah. Oh, yo, my God.
Oh, yeah, they're
Yo.
You been talking about this shit all
Like,
night.
yo, he goes in.
But don't you have a kid with it? Not for nothing, but don't you have a
Most of his kids have
All
one.
my kids are half demons.
So how?
Oh.
Most of them. Some of them.
You serious? Alright,
So you're
what
gonna
makes you-
so
what
knowing
makes you
that
feel
this is gonna be in history, you're gonna let your kids see that and then let them believe what they are or what you say.
You know
Yeah.
why you had kids with? Because they're submissive like demons.
No, I didn't. No, not all of them.
Yeah, we need to pass that on, man. I need to hit of that. I need to get a little lightheaded right now. I'm hurting right now.
Yo, bro.
They're all expensive, and yeah.
Oh shit.
Wait,
This
I want to
feels
know.
so
Hold up, nigga,
contradictory.
that's my shit.
No. Y'all all got the same color. I have this. So yours, you got it somewhere.
Yeah, mine
I
was
noticed
thin.
that in the beginning.
No?
No, yours has been with. My foot cramp. My bad. No, yours has been with you, bro. You just might have to look.
Oh, maybe.
You might have to get up. Like, seriously, get up.
Or it might be his. Maybe I
No,
lost
right here, see? Oh, shit.
Nah.
What the fuck?
All right, maybe I lost it. Oh well, and then just fuck it.
How did you get it?
Coronavirus is coming. We all got it.
There we go.
Nah, cause I know I have mine in the middle. You know me.
I remember that.
I don't know where mine is. Actually, I think I got it.
Sorry, Eddie.
I got it.
That's an official edit right there.
There's no edit.
This is an official
Why is
edit.
there edits?
Because this nigga got up looking for a fucking.
You got it?
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
one.
see, I
that
know
is
what the fuck
yours.
I'm talking about. I need some ice too, man. Where did?
It's in the freezer. Gabby,
Yeah.
can you get your cousin some ice, please?
Why are there kids down here?
Well, does it matter? You ain't edited nothing, so it is what it is.
I don't want to hear none of this shit.
So what was going on? I'm sorry.
Oh, we was talking about.
Yo,
we was talking about
this
guys
guy. First of all, this guy and his whole white devil shit is bullshit. I can see right through it. He don't really- you really don't feel that way.
Yeah, I do.
Bro, you're
But
probably mixed with white.
that's the look
aren't
at,
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'm
He
a little
is.
mixed.
It's obvious. This nigga has white features. He has no lips. He look like an Irishman just dipped in.
Yo, he is Irish. He is partially Irish. That's a great. His grandmother.
Come on, bro.
His grandmother was Irish.
You, Matt, all y'all niggas
great,
look white. Donnie, like y'all all look like white black people. You know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here. How the hell?
God damn.
Thank
Oh,
you, baby.
man.
That's what happens, man. You start to hate your own.
That might be.
And then you had the nerve to talk
First
about.
of all, I didn't say I hated it. I just called them devils. I didn't say
No,
that.
you don't have
So
to hate
you love
it.
the devil?
No,
embrace the
I didn't
devil?
say I
I
hated
didn't
them.
say
I just said that they're devils, the most evil thing on this fucking planet.
Okay, yeah, let me post pictures of my kids and then
Yeah, I love my kids.
they're
I
like
love my-
Jews.
Yeah,
You
You
look like
don't,
little
you don't
baby
think what
Jewish
you're doing is
kids.
a bit contradictory of as far as what the reality of it is.
No, God says love everybody.
I need to take it
So
back.
why would
But God
why
says
not-
love
Yeah.
everybody, but God also didn't say go
I'm
around
just
and
saying.
point to people and call them a devil.
I didn't call them the devil in their face.
That's funny.
But you self-proclaim that this person of a particular color is the devil. You said white people.
I would say
First of all,
demonic.
white
I would
people.
say not the devil.
Are you talking about?
No, but I want to hold on.
Europeans.
But I want to
White
dig
people.
deep into your psyche though. Pause. But like, why do you feel this way about white people? Let's start with like why you feel this.
Because they just lack the capacity for love.
This does not sound like it has anything to do with you.
White girls.
It has nothing to do with you.
Confused.
Dig deeper. Let's go back to where it really mattered. Like everybody else, a killer, as you mentioned before, a billionaire, or anybody for that matter. Something back in their past sparked the reason for why this is what it is.
But I never said I hated it. I didn't say
But you
hate.
call them the white devil, so why do you give them the white devil?
I think it's bad. It's nature. There's light and dark. There's good and bad. There's good.
There's
and evil.
good and bad. No, nature is nature.
Buddhism is about light and dark, and light and dark is agnostic to each other.
Yeah, Buddhism also won't allow you to kill a fucking insect, no matter how small it is.
No, but I'm just saying that there's a cycle. So just because I acknowledge the dark nature inside of white people doesn't mean that I hate them. He's at a loss for words right now.
Yo, man.
They're good at a lot of things.
Wait. Hold on. So is it right to assume, and I heard that Dan wanted to say something, and I want him to say what he got to say.
Go ahead.
Real quick. Is it right to assume that you're psychologically trying to transverse the white man being above the black man and make it seem as if the black man has made his way up to the top, the white man doesn't know it yet? Is that what you're doing? Are you basically saying, listen, I'm just trying to tell you I ain't won, but you don't know it yet?
No, we lost.
Because it feels like that. Well, you say we lost, but really did we lose? Have we lost? Are we at a losing position right now?
Well, I can only speak for me. I can't speak for everyone else, but for me, no, I haven't lost. But
okay,
they won.
He hasn't lost. He hasn't lost, and I haven't lost, and I would like to say that we all are of some kind of African American, well, not African American, but of African heritage. So I think we're winning.
Heritage. I don't give a fuck with no
European.
I claim my European.
I couldn't claim my demon blood too. What the fuck are you talking about?
Nah, bro.
But you say in the way that it seems very derogatory.
Yeah, it seems
that
like
it's like you're saying that
I didn't say the test.
No, but it comes off that way.
Please.
But
Because
Please, brother Raymond.
You would say. No,
He look like a brother Raymond. Right? Yo, he look like a brother Raymond. He look like when he talk, he go like this.
Nah, because Aaron rarely talks about black excellence, but he's always talking about white people.
I call us gods all the time.
But you know what?
What are you talking about?
You know what? It's funny you say that because you know how many times I've heard you, and I'm not trying to use it against you. I'm just stating the obvious. You know how many times I've heard you how disappointed you are in your own people.
With niggas, yeah.
But in the same, sense, he keep downplaying. He don't love nobody.
With niggas, yeah.
Aaron is one of the niggas in the industry that he's like pro black people, pro everything. And then what's that nigga name from Scrubs? That light skinned nigga with the little pretty eyes.
Oh my!
Talking about black people magic. But
he was in Legally Blonde or whatever.
I don't know.
I don't know too much about
I know what you're talking about though. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That guy.
Yeah, but Aaron is the same nigga. Be like. Shit on white people when it happens. White shorties.
I don't get it.
You know where the restroom is at?
What's that?
Excuse me. You know where the restroom is at?
Nah.
Straight up the steps, right in front.
Okay.
I did not shit on just calling them devil to me in my worldview.
Bro, that's shitting on them with a little bit of like
So
blood.
it's a compliment?
That's like
No, it's just a description.
That's hemorrhoid blood.
It's one thing to say it one time, but like it's been numerous times.
Yeah,
So,
that's all I say. I just don't say it in public.
Like,
But I don't see it as a
trying to
bad
figure
thing.
out how that's just a description.
like you
It's
should
like-
be banned from saying that. You got 3 kids by two.
Yeah, bro.
And I love them. I love those demons.
How could, bro? So you love the devil? You love demons?
I just happen to love demons.
But you naturally gravitate towards white women.
No, I don't. They're just more submissive.
See?
Asian women
Back to
are
what
more
I was
submissive.
saying.
Indian women are more submissive.
Indian-
Some Spanish women are more submissive.
Yeah.
African women are a little bit more submissive. Arab women. So
when
why not any of them? Why
Because I
not?
moved to
But
Phillipsburg with a bunch of white people.
I just said if you run it back, I just said that Aaron fucks with white women that are submissive. He said no, and now he's just.
No, I said one of them is submissive, the other one isn't. And I don't like them because they're submissive. I like them because they're not complete and total bitches.
How much?
I mean, at first.
Okay, so you grew up in Plainfield, right?
Yeah.
Plainfield is predominantly what?
It was predominantly black.
Yeah,
Okay.
Growing up.
How much bad experiences did you have directly from white people?
Not much. I mean, I'm not many really.
Okay, so what shapes this view that you have. Like if you don't even haven't really dealt with white people directly. Like
in Plainfield, when I grew up, when I started traveling and being exposed to white people, I got a fucking.
So you developed this after that, after you being exposed to them. Like that's what. So before you didn't think like that. It's just
I didn't grow up that
based
way.
on your experiences with them.
And you know what's so funny? Like Aaron will fuck with white girls, and then for me, like I look at a white woman, I'm like, she ain't gonna know what the fuck to do with me.
That's not true. He had one.
She ain't gonna know what to do with me. Like I'm too much for them, man. They can't handle me. Like it's too much going on. Aaron
I didn't know.
Like fuck with them.
Well, because for one, it's
more black
real
than this nigga is.
It's real simple.
God.
Black isn't based off who you fuck or how you speak. Black is way more than that. So how are you more black than me?
Well, I mean, you know what? That's your fault though for defining black as acting a certain way, talking a certain way.
That's not the way I define black, but how?
That's how African Americans made it though.
No,
if you ain't like, yeah, what up, brother? Like if you ain't like that, then you ain't black.
No, black people don't make it like that. Certain black people like that. A majority of the black population make it like that, but not black people as a whole.
Bro, I've seen black people themselves adopt Bill Clinton, but reject Bill Cosby. Like what the fuck?
And that's certain.
Bro, why do you think they do that?
Listen, first off, race is a social construct. I don't give a fuck about race, really. I just know that it exists.
And black people are probably one of the most accepting, like.
Yeah,
I'll give them that.
Because our number one attribute is love. And no one wants to fucking admit it. Everyone calls us savages. Everyone calls us.
But that's the problem, though, right? Because the same niggas that be championing shit, right? And get mad at George Zimmerman for killing Trayvon, they be killing each other. They killing niggas that look just like them.
Well, yeah, and this is why we have to teach these people. We have to teach
these people. You mean your people, right?
Yeah, you just said these people.
These people are everyone. I don't look at it as race.
You're looking at things as you're pro-human. You're not.
Yeah, I'm pro-human.
But you can't be pro-human and then call white people the devil.
Why not?
Because that's not pro-human. Because you're subjecting them to a sense of evil. You're making them the black sheep, essentially, of the whole equation. And so therefore everybody's going to be like, well, the first person who makes a mistake is probably going to be them. Or the first person who should be at fault is probably going to be them. And that's unfortunately... Yeah, but you know what? When a white person in our community tries to do something, African Americans, Latinos, don't give them a chance. You know why? Because we have already been conditioned to believe that they're wrong for what they did in the very start.
And you were saying earlier,
am I wrong?
But you know what? Like, not Latino so much. Latino gravitates towards white people more than black people.
They do, but that's because they. Why is that? Because we're so naive to believe that white people actually know more than anybody else. But that's wrong.
That's
you know
fact,
why? That's wrong because that's a disadvantage from us coming from another country to here and thinking that all we ever seen is on TV is white people know a lot.
I'm gonna be honest.
You know what I mean?
My own parents would probably accept more a white chick than a black chick.
Of course.
My mom would be happier to see me bring home a white woman versus a black chick.
You ain't saying nothing that I already know.
You know what I mean?
In terms of a black family, Spanish family, and white family, all of us are fucking racist as fuck.
I've been said that. We're all racist in our own ways. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have my own gripes towards certain races.
That's a pretty broad stroke, but I agree. But that's not so much as
not a malicious racism. Like for me,
it's an assumption. Like, Indians don't know how to drive, Asians don't know how to drive, black people are lazy. That kind of dumb shit.
Don't know how to drive. You know how many African motherfuckers I work with that said that black people are lazy. They're lazy.
Yeah.
Then a white man come in and they just.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Every culture does it. Like
yo, I'm not gonna lie, I'm racist as hell towards Indians and Central American people. I'm not gonna lie.
I know it's always been.
Indians
always
have the corniest sense of humor. Like, you ever heard them try to make a joke? It is dry as hell.
You don't think that from 5 cents I can get it? I can get it 1 penny? You're out of your fucking mind. Hold on, watch this. And the next thing you know, I got it for 0.1 cents.
They're corny as hell. Central Americans are weird. just weirdos. And I've had a lot of them as neighbors and shit like that. You know what I mean? But they're just weird.
You see what you started, Aaron?
Like, when I was living in Edison, you know what I would describe, like, I lived like, remember, like, Indian. Yeah. They food popping.
Yeah,
I'm gonna lie.
Oh nah,
popping. And
I'm a hypocrite like a motherfucker because I go to their restaurant shit and be stuffing my face.
They accepted me. But I'm not gonna lie, man. When I was around them and I would hang out with them, I call them the soulless people because you just look at them and there's nothing there.
That's cultural though, but that's cultural.
But with Chinese people too and shit though. You never noticed that?
Yeah, there's no
like they kind of like
there's no empathy.
It's almost like looking at an animal. Like
there's
nothing, but it's almost
God.
Nah, like
you of all people should know better than to react that way, bro. Because you just called the white person.
No, but seriously, you know how you look at an animal and you could like they act upon instinct. Like they don't have like that conscious look. Like they're conscious of what they're doing. Like it seemed like that's why.
Why do you think that is?
Shit
Why do you think that is? Look at where they.
I think it's because of how they
look where they from. Look from where they originate.
Like everything
from.
is like. And then the Japanese
Mad robot.
Everything is like
Hatui. But where do you think they originate from? They originate from if you. Yo, I've seen videos where a white person suspected of anything was. I mean, not a white person. An Asian person was suspected of anything, was beaten and all those things, and then taken away from their own family, like if it never mattered. And then the family kept moving because they were conditioned to believe
that they excel in like technology and shit like that.
Because they want their children to do so good that they don't have to worry about.
No, I think they're just one track minded.
I'm gonna tell you why.
I believe that.
You know, if you're scared into success, wouldn't you one track mind your child to being whatever?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, you just said it. See?
We're going into uncharted territory.
No, because you have a child now, and you know that you want the best of your child.
Oh, no, yeah, that's a fact.
You know what it is, too? A lot of it comes from, like, you look at, like, the Chinese culture, the Japanese culture. Their shit goes back, like, thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about, like, African Americans or whatever, or us, or we come over, like, it kind of gets blurred because we're ripping shit from like our homeland, but then we're like implementing new things that we learn here. A lot of the Chinese people, a lot of the Asians or Indians, their culture been set in place for thousands of years.
Yeah, they just that's a fact.
So dynasties. The history is more enriched.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They follow that culture. Like for us though, it's just all mixed up.
With this, you think, you know how long it took me to get to the point of just say whatever? That I had to try everything else. Yeah. And I didn't try them to the full extent, obviously, but it's just like, I have to work in between my means, which is very little time, and how do I get the best product out of
But could you say at this point in your life you found what your calling is?
No.
Have you identified it, or you still don't know what it is?
No. My calling is just to create. My calling is to make. That's why I cook. That's why I, everything I do is just to create shit.
Creative.
Yeah, just creative. And
go ahead, my bad.
No, you're good. Now, whatever form that may be, I'll enjoy it. So, in raw and uncut right now is just sort of just like, I want to put myself out there. Like I only have so many years left in this fucking earth, and I think we are all fucking awesome people to the point where if we just started doing this is why I just pressed record, early in the onset and just said, let us just fucking talk. Damn. People will fucking...
that shit was fire, bro.
What?
I'm sorry, I had to go.
What you said?
Nah, go ahead.
That Troy shit?
Oh yeah, that Troy shit, I watched that.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy?
Fire,
you know what's crazy? You know what's so ill is that like I thought about that shit years ago when it actually happened to me and Israel Adesanya before he fought Yoel Romero, he hinted to that. He misworded it though. That's how I know he ain't watched the movie as much as I did. But to hear somebody else reflect on the same shit,
that, bro.
I was like, yo, but it's crazy because like you would have thought I stole it from him, but I said that shit mad years ago.
Yeah.
Because I told you that. I told and Vincent, I've told that story before.
Damn. This is why they not. Yo.
Yeah,
that's one of the hardest.
But that's all for me. Like I love for me, like I don't know. I just embrace the pressure. I love it.
I think we all do, and this is where you know, this is where our common ground is. One where, like I told Dan earlier, we are all provocative as fuck. We all say things to provoke. We all push people. We are all very. I think we're fucking gods, nigga.
Yeah, and then like for Vincent to be in the position that he's in, like somebody that he can relate to is definitely me. Like I was going through that shit. You know what I mean, for a grip, like
in terms of
being being like a sole provider, having like the pressure of like
rising to the occasion.
Yeah, like so it's just I'm saying, I mean, we all get to that point. You know what I'm saying, I mean, I know you I still remember when you first came through and you were like struggling with it, and now I feel like you hit your stride.
Yeah.
You're still obviously not where you want to be.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Ain't nothing like that shit. Ain't nothing like when you overcome a fear.
But I love that. I love the challenge of that.
Like after that, the voice cracking and shit, bro. I was the best stand-up nigga ever, bro. Everybody wanted me to do that shit.
How
Yo, where Rick at?
Feel, though?
And I was pumping niggas up, like, yo, motherfuckers was like, yo, where Rick at? Like, I'm like, just to scan some boxes, cause I wasn't stiff with it. I wasn't like reading the script. I'm like, yo, listen, man, we're all here. Like, we're all here. Nobody really wants to be here. I get it. But yo, let's get it, man. Like we're blessed. We have a job. Yo, let's scan these boxes. Everybody just get hyped and we just go in there and go ham. Like
what's crazy is that like us as like you know what I'm saying, human race, human species, like we're at the top of the food chain for a reason. And like any one of us, we could take fucking classes to be pilots. Any one of us could learn within a matter of months. Like you can learn how to do anything. But the problem is that, like I said, society keeps you in that bubble.
Constrained, yeah.
Yeah, because like you know how it is for our family. It's always like you need more than one job, more than one hustle. I got more than one hustle. I don't just work where I work at. I do other shit, but I ain't gonna disclose it. But it's like I make money. I gotta have my hands in different shit.
You kind of do though.
Same way you just told me you got your hands in a lot of other shit.
I'm trying to get my hands in other shit.
Aaron is you know what I'm saying, he's looking at the bigger picture, and I feel like it's important to do so. But the challenge is that's what's gonna make you. It's gonna make you better. But I like that. That shit make my dick off.
Oh nah, yeah, I love it. I love it. But my thing is, I guess I make my experience with that certain job, that certain position, sound a lot worse than what it really was. Like, I got the same feeling, you know, dick hard and all that. But I have my moments. But what I'm saying is, I want that. Maybe I'm looking at it as too much of a movie or dream or something. But I want to have that feeling where I'm just in that pocket and I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Movie, nigga.
No, but I mean, like, I want to have that feeling like, yo, I've arrived. Like, this is where the fuck I'm supposed to be at. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day I wake up and I'm like, I'm loving, like, this is what the fuck I want to do. To the point where my girl is like, baby, you gonna spend time with me? Hell nah, bitch, because I love this shit. And I'll get to you when I get to you. Like, but I love doing this shit.
Because
that's where I want
between like something like you're passionate about and something that's soul sucking.
Exactly.
But it's only soul sucking if you allow it to be.
Do you feel that way when we do this? When we do this? When we just talk?
When we do this, yes. But you know what would add on to that? If we actually, like, I start seeing actual, what you would call success. Like, mad views, people getting moved by what we're talking about, people getting influenced. Like, that would really make.
And that would make
but it just goes back to what we were saying, the story that I just told you about. You know what I'm saying? Troy, like, because the first couple videos you might put up, you might get 20 views.
Oh yeah,
100 views, 200 views.
Yeah,
but it's really just studying.
We were starting to get views. We were starting to get. I used to get like 6 to 10 views on those videos, and then it started jumping up when I started getting other people in there to like 50 to 100.
Hey yo, I don't have no social media. I'm a ghost, stopped. Bro. I don't be posting pictures. I don't know none of that shit, bro.
Yeah, but that shit stopped though, and I feel like if we just were consistent, we could do it. But it depends on the format.
First of all, we got what it takes. Number one, we all have our own unique personalities. That's number one.
Yeah.
We all got shit to bring to the table. We all have our own perspectives, which is all unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all that nigga in our own right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
Like, ain't no reason why. What the fuck is these other niggas doing that we can't do plus more?
All they're doing, all they do like
they have a budget and
like,
an editor.
Like one thing I was watching.
Okay, well,
I don't know if you guys are. You guys probably know Logan Paul, right?
Yeah, I know.
So he has
Logan Paul.
they
UFC, right?
No.
He's a boxer. He's getting into boxing. He fought some other YouTuber named KSI.
He
I'm way off.
No, yeah, you will. He can never do UFC.
What is this
You would die.
But like it's funny because him.
He's a YouTuber.
That sound like a
Yeah.
Yo, he's one of.
He sound like one of
He's
them white
one of the
UFC
most-
niggas.
Yo, he's one of the most successful.
Yeah, he's
if not
in the
the
world.
most successful YouTuber.
Get the
Nah,
fuck
he's
out.
not-
And what is he
he's
talking
not the
about?
most successful.
Oh, what is he talking?
You got PewDiePie. nigga.
Is he one of them YouTubers that's like
He has
cut here,
He has
cut here,
no,
like
no. He has
like
10
edited
fingers.
to the
Super
tip.
power.
He has 10 fingers,
Super
and all
power.
his fingers are in something. But he's got 12 fingers.
But-
he's got more fingers in the more things that you can't even.
But one thing.
Yes, and he's very particular.
One thing that I would tell you to watch is watch like a lot of the people that are like very popular. Watch their vlogs. You see, they studying the game, so they're looking at the algorithm and what's popping. And like, let's say like we hit on the topic, like you guys spoke about MGTOW. Whenever MGTOW gets brought
Yo,
up,
we had like
the
200
views is
something
like
views.
crazy, right? So what they do is they try to stretch it out as long as they can. Like the one shit with Logan Paul, he has a implausible. The implausible podcast, which is like implausible, and then Paul, like, is the way he spells it, where he has his name in the middle.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, super corny, but like, but he fuck with this dude named Mike and shit, and Lana Rose is this porn star. Like Mike is supposedly fucking with her, and it's like every time I like the algorithm on my phone pop up, it's always something about Lana Rose for the past 3 weeks, and they be getting like millions of views, like. Mike cheated on Lana Rose, and this is how Mike is apologizing to her. This is what he's doing to me. I'm just like, yo, y'all niggas is.
But see,
I'm not saying we
this
gotta
is where
do
I
that.
agree with Aaron though.
I'm not saying
You
we gotta
could
do that.
redirect people. Like you could if everybody's going this way, you could be that nigga to go this way.
Right.
It's
And then-
counter programming.
And then lead a whole like I remember fucking Aaron the big black dude took it this way. Like this nigga Logan Paul was popping until Aaron the big black dude came
when I
took
hear
over the game and shook shit up and
when
made everybody go
When
this
I hear
way.
Aaron talk about that, what I think about is like Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Like in the music industry, like
More common
he don't give a
sense.
fuck about nothing that's coming out at the time. He gonna come out whatever the fuck he wanted to come out with, and he make it popping at that time.
I still like not for nothing, but I still remember Alicia Keys had a quote. She was like, "Yo, don't worry about what people are gonna like. Like your music is gonna always gonna suck if you just think about what people gonna like.
Yeah, you
Make
gotta
what
do
you
it.
like. Make
Right,
what
right.
you feel like you gonna feel.
Yeah, and
you
it's
know what I mean.
gonna-
People always gonna gravitate towards it.
Right, it's gonna be
You know
people
what
that
I'm
are
saying? Like,
receptive to it.
so
And you don't think us four motherfuckers can't just like
Do
it?
My point to it. My only point is that we can kind
shit's
of
smooth.
take some things from it and to kind of implement it in art into our process and
yeah.
because like yo, we just sitting here just talking. You know how many of these motherfuckers doing research, nigga, reading up on shit before they get in front of the camera? A lot of them, bro. A lot of them.
That's
Yeah.
We just sitting here just.
This
all
is
off
just
the
raw
top.
talent.
But,
Just
oh, no,
raw.
All top,
But
off
yeah,
the
we
top.
could definitely polish up. That's number one. That there's always room for improvement.
Like, you know how much shit we could talk about? We could fucking talk about how, we even when you remember when, what's his face, man?
I kind of want to show you the videos that we did yesterday. Like we was just listening to music and shit.
Yeah.
You know, like critiquing music and shit.
Like,
that shit was-
I think the best ones is when you forget that the camera's even on.
Yeah, nah,
like
I
when
see,
you
I'm-
just vibing out. Like now,
Aaron
bro,
told
I
me that.
forgot, I'm not even looking at the fucking camera.
but that's, Aaron was telling me, like, you gotta look at the camera. I'm like, yeah, 'cause
Oh, well,
it's not even there.
I used
No,
to, and now I'm like, nah, fuck all that.
No, I mean, I feel like you probably
I-
still do, like, just for, like, whatever purposes. Like, you probably still have to look at the camera and all that shit from time to time. But, like, when you kind of go into those moments where you forget the camera's on, that's when you having a real conversation.
Like, I'm
and you
gonna
putting shit out there that people really gonna eat up.
Yeah, like I'm gonna give y'all an example of what I meant by like bringing up Jake Paul and Logan Paul and niggas. Like, remember when not that you want to capitalize off someone's like untimely death, but I mean,
Kobe?
Nipsey, cause Nip he was trying to come out with a documentary for Dr.
For Dr. Sebi, yeah.
Or Sabi, yeah. So it's like we could have just delved and done research on Dr. Sabi and then like brought a lot of the facts to the light about, you know what I'm saying? Him.
So you feel like niggas should do a little bit more.
Because of course they're gonna click on it. They're gonna be like, it's gonna pop up in the algorithm. Because Nipsey, he was talking about that shit on the Breakfast Club. So of course, if we fucking that's the title, like people gonna watch it.
But what are we gonna talk about? Because if we talk about something that's completely counter to what everyone's talking about, they might not like it, and they could.
But it wasn't that it was counter. It was something that was very relevant at the time because there were conspiracy theories coming out that because he was going to come out with this documentary about this particular person.
But yo, let me ask you something. Are y'all of the belief that all it takes is like one video to make shit pop? Like one video with a shitload of views? Or you feel like it's like more consistency?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, one video can make you pop, but you're gonna have to have a body of work to keep people.
Because once you got all them eyes on you, they're gonna tune in again.
They may.
Now the problem is coming up with something that's as good as what you put up previously. You know what I'm saying,
or just doing what the fuck you want. Like,
because all you doing is because what it is like it's just like these big ass companies, bro. All they doing is like there's a lot of consumers out, so they're following trends. You ain't never go on your phone and we can start talking about fucking cars with Vincent Love. We can talk about GTRs, all this shit.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
If we start talking about it, you start seeing.
You'll see ads and shit.
Yeah, right. So it's just like that's just what it is. So it's just like any topics that's relevant at the time. That's what a lot of these podcasters do.
I mean, yeah. If you wanna do some research on topics, I'm doing research on topics. But if you want to do research on topics, absolutely, and we can bring it into the conversation. I just don't know what's gonna come out on the other end of it.
I don't feel like it has to be like a singular thing. It could be like a multifaceted thing.
Yeah.
It's just like we just look into different topics. And
yeah.
That's what I told him. I was like, we should do challenges, like mad shit, like reaction videos, not just, you know what I'm saying, podcasts or vlogging, whatever. Like there's mad other things that we could do. Yeah. We could have fucking went to Popeyes and got all the spicy chicken sandwich and reviewed that shit. Sat here and joke about all type of shit. Like there's just different.
Yeah, honestly.
And then we could have did that shit when it was pop.
You could review music. You know what I'm saying? Like review albums. Like
I
know it sounds kind of corny, but like
the structure of the pod, the format of video I want to make is no structure. For that particular reason, where we can do whatever the fuck we want.
And I feel like it's okay for you to do that, right? But it's like, I feel like in a way you have to kind of not fall in line, but do other, like just have a wider spectrum of different things. You know what I'm saying? Because like if you shoot 10 shots, you know what I'm saying, like you're bound to make your percentage probably might be higher than if you shoot. One shot or two shots.
Can we get really good at one shot first before we think about 15 other shots?
But what is?
But that's you're limiting yourself. But then you're not limiting yourself with trying not.
But what does 20 shots cost us?
Nothing.
Nothing. It's but our time. So if one shot is what you're shooting for, but 30 costs nothing.
Okay, well, you guys everything. Come up with the premises and get that shit figured out.
I just don't see what the problem. Like he's trying to go into one lane.
I'm not trying to go into one lane. I'm saying I only have one. I did not say no to anything, did I? I just said, can y'all do it? Then?
First off, I didn't even get a chance to talk about. I didn't even.
No, I'm saying, can y'all do it? Then?
I didn't even get to speak my opinion on the whole. When do you know when you know and all that shit. First off, I agree with all y'all. On your perspective as far as
take a leap. The bathroom is straight up.
Yeah, straight up. I agree with every one of you on how you feel about when you know, and etc. My case on that is this. When the moment that you realize what you're doing works for you, your family, and that there's a likelihood that this can last for an extended period of time, aka your career, until you're ready to retire, I believe that's when you know it works. It all stems from, again, survival. I know it's a little vague to say, well, survival means, surviving death or whatever the have you. But survival is essentially you knowing that you're good, your family's good, and that hopefully your future is good. That being your kids' kids and so forth, however that plans out. So that's where I feel like that fits in regards to that. And so in how you were speaking about this and with the podcast and how everybody is talking about the topics and so forth, the topics are essential for us to be relevant to those who are our audience. So if we talk about something that they're at least thinking about, but then quickly switch over to who we are and what we are talking about, there's no doubt in my mind that they will continue to follow, knowing that we have taken their attention not necessarily off of what the main picture is, but so much as they were thinking about it, but then now there's something more interesting and more important, more informative.
You want to attract the audience. Yeah,
exactly. So as I know he was saying that there were things that we could talk about that would attract the audience, such as, we all get chicken sandwiches and we talk about that. Let's say we all get chicken sandwiches. Okay, yeah, so we did go off the track of who we really are. We did venture off of being who we are, and we went and got chicken sandwiches. So now we look like the others. But in that same sense, as we're eating it, and we give our opinions, and we talk about topics, or while we're eating it, we talk about topics that are life. It's almost like when you eat food. So how was school today? What do they say that the dinner table is best successful for? To bind families together. So as we're eating the chicken sandwich, so to speak, and we're like, so how was school today? Do you not feel more compelled before you ate that sandwich to tell your parent or significant other, hey, you know what? Work was fucked up today. You know what I'm saying? There's something about getting that initial neutral feeling prior to you exposing one another's differences or feelings to actually go to the core of what the pain or the love of the heart really is. You know what I'm saying?
You're really massaging these gimmicks.
I'm gonna do you one better. You heard what Aaron said.
You said all that. And then you know what it is? You know what it is? I'm gonna do him one better.
But that's all good because that's my brother and I love him. Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna do him one better because he said, "Can we just get good at one thing?" When LeBron became LeBron, you think he was just practicing layups?
No.
Nah, you practicing
all kinds of
he was practicing
all around game.
Because he expected everything.
That's why I said there's singularity and then there's multifaceted.
It's just like trying different shit in life.
It's not
like you're gonna try different shit.
It's
you're gonna do this job. You're gonna do this job until you feel like you get to
not
one
even. You know what? Can I? And I'm I'm not as much of a basketball phenom as you are because I know you love basketball and I love football. You know what Kobe Bryant did? When Kobe Bryant got to a point in his when Kobe Bryant got to a point in his career when he was the shit and there was nothing to worry about other than be Kobe Bryant. He played against a team that made him feel like he had nothing that he could offer to his team. What was it? Well, what happened was a player kept hitting his arm and shots were being missed. So at Miami, he stayed and he got somebody to help him practice. Every time he took a shot, they went for his arm. And then when every time he made the shot, come the next time that they played him, them, or anybody else, whenever somebody went like that and he made a shot, it was because he practiced it on Miami's court because he fucked up.
Hold up, are y'all arguing practice over?
No, we're arguing over the fact that
because he's saying that we should just do this, but I'm like, you could try.
That. You learn from
what you said was you was like, we should just get good at one thing first.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, my cat's called Baby.
But my whole thing was like,
she's Baby. I'm sorry.
But my rebuttal was like LeBron James didn't become LeBron James by just practicing layups. Like, we didn't become LeBron just practicing one thing.
Yes. But number one, I'm going to say this again. I didn't say no to any of these things. I said that when you set them up, do them in two.
I didn't say you said no. I said, can we get good at one thing?
Hold on, what did he say about what I said?
Yeah, because we still suck at podcasting.
He said really massaging You're really massaging these
gimmicks.
The gimmicks.
Yeah.
But
Bro, what is a
my whole
gimmick?
thing is this.
All these shits is fucking gimmicks. You want to do gimmicks? We can do
My
gimmicks.
whole
what
thing
is a gimmick, though? Hold on, well, I want to hear what
You're
you
be
guys
so
say.
open-minded, but you're
First-
so closed-minded still.
I'm not closed-minded. We can do these
But
gimmicks,
what is
but
it?
don't get mad if
No.
like you know what'd be hilarious?
You said-
if we do these fucking
No.
gimmicks and I shit on them
I
every fucking time.
Look, this is the thing.
That'd be
This
funny.
is the thing. Hold on,
That'd be
hold on,
funny.
hold on.
That's the thing.
This is the thing. Yo, Aaron, hold on. Let me tell you something. Yeah, hold on. So
Shit, crazy.
you're good at what you do with this podcast stuff. You're good in front of a camera.
Relatively.
Yeah.
Hold up. I'm giving them my opinion. So, for me, it like let's say we're all doing one. Like let's say it's me, Dan, and Vince. It won't feel the same without you being in it.
I didn't say
Like
when
you add on.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion,
You don't know that because we ain't try to do that.
well,
Well, that-
all
that-
right, y'all shut my whole shit down.
No,
Fuck.
no.
I'm trying to get somewhere with it, but
No, that was
But
true. What you
I
were
would
saying
say
is true, and what he was saying was
let me
true.
put
But go
my
ahead,
own
say
spin
it.
on it.
no, you know what?
But the bigger picture.
Damn!
I'm not trying to antagonize you, and I'm not trying to
Fuck
you.
it.
What I'm
tried.
trying to tell you is that we can.
I tried to take like the peaceful.
You know, we always make fun of shit. We can take
Baby, what's
these
the name? Baby.
bang challenges.
Baby.
Fucking like
Yeah,
rewrite
go
the
crazy
shit.
with it, yeah.
Make our own shit, but using
She's her own
I miss that.
utilizing
She's
the
beautiful,
platform,
Yeah.
but making it our own.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So breaking the mold, but still having the base form there, and then but
It's
like
genius.
adding our spice to it.
Hey, baby.
And one of my
She come over
spices,
there, she
I just want to
don't
mention,
be
one of my
like-
spices
She
is
actually
to
likes
hate
it
on it.
more.
Like you
Right,
know,
but that's what
Like,
I'm
how she
saying
likes
though. But that's content right there. But that's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying that we have to sit here and be like robots, like and like we're gonna add our own spin to it. But not only that, but just another basketball reference and going back to Kobe, rest in peace. When his athleticism started to decline, he started working with Hakeem Olajuwon. And he started working on his footwork
Yep.
and fadeaways and all that. So he adjusted his
What a
game.
hookah.
He adjusted his game.
Is-
So essentially,
No.
that's
Oh, the
what
hookah, oh.
we're going to
I
do.
mean,
Yeah.
So I'm
he
telling
called
you,
it
like,
dead,
that's what
bro.
I want to do.
That's because it's not
Yeah.
pulling as hard.
Okay.
I'll pull it. Let me
It's
see.
using like a limited amount of resources, but working these like big platforms,
Yeah.
but adding our own twist to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nigga, we minorities, we are the kings and queens of improvisation and I mean adding our twist and shit.
Yeah.
If I may, I have something.
So the argument is what?
I have no argument.
Conventional versus
The
like
argument is that's part of
Can
it.
I say one thing? And
improv. Like what?
This
the
is
fuck
not to
I
fuck
was just trying to see-
everything. I don't want to
see
fuck
my
everything
vision.
up. I just want to say this. Can we get past individuals and where it started? I do not know. I'm pretty sure, and I'm not gonna go with it. But can we get past the whole "you a king"? You a queen. You a royalty.
No.
You a no,
we
hold
are,
on.
though.
No, hold on. Because this is why I say this. Because you say that, okay? And the person who at face value seems like the most normal individual that receives all of what you're saying as wisdom and that should deserve that so, as rightfully so, can turn into the most fucked up individual and disappear off the face of the earth. And in their mind, I'm a queen, I'm a bitch, I'm a this, I'm a that,
own universe.
I'm a king,
In
I'm
their
a
own universe. Let them have
okay.
that moment.
But this is where we get it fucked up though.
Don't call them queens.
No, it's not calling them it's not calling them queens or
Wait,
not
but
calling
who the fuck is calling
it's,
them queen?
hold on,
Not
but
because
How many times-
I use the term
Yes!
king and queens.
Yeah. You do it?
yo, bros be like, hey yo, queen, chill, queen.
Nah, see, I don't-
And then she takes that
That's using
and she
it
calms down for that moment. Yo, you right, I'm sorry, my bad. Turns around and be like, bitch, I'm a queen. Fuck you. Suck my hold up. I ain't got one, but suck this and eat
Who
that
says
shit.
that,
But that's
Because
probably,
people
that's
get ratchet, yo. People get ratchet and they turn up off the
Yes,
sense that you told me you was a queen or a king. Stop that shit. You're not a king or a queen.
Okay, but-
because a king and a queen holds a lot of value.
Okay.
It's a lot of responsibility.
But
This is
you had,
hilarious. Yeah.
okay, but you had kings.
This nigga's
But like, there is no one standard for a kingdom, though. There's kingdoms.
Oh
that are
my god, yeah.
in
But tell
shambles.
that to the average human being
Yes.
that you just Yo, how many
Don't
times
inspire
have you, hold
people,
on,
is this
how
what
many
you're saying?
times, and this is not to go into your life too deep, but how many times have you told a particular woman
Oh
who
my
maybe
God.
did not, general sense, deserve what you said?
never called
but
a bitch a
hold
queen,
on,
bro.
no, listen,
you
listen,
fucking up the
hold
whole
on,
thing.
we can, hold on.
Hey, yo,
listen.
hold on. We
Hear me
haven't
out, hear me
talked
out.
about bitches,
Hear me out.
man. This is the
hold
shit
on,
that I
hold
was
on,
talking
hold on.
about.
We
So
just gonna let it run.
so you tell a female, hey yo, you bad as hell. That
I
bitch
never
take.
done that before.
Hold on, just listen. So
You tell me that I told
Alright,
the bitch that, so I'm telling you.
Alright,
I've
she
never
good
done that
looking.
before,
You
right?
said
She
that
beautiful. She good looking. Whatever.
This
It doesn't matter. Hypothetical.
This is what I
So why
want
don't
to
you say you then?
Finally, after 2 hours,
So
we
you-
get into I want to get into.
So you
Yeah,
tell.
yeah, he has, but he got to
So
put
wait,
it on
you
you.
ain't afraid
so
to call him
you tell the chick,
Yo.
yo, you bad as hell. You beautiful, man. You beautiful.
You got it.
So boom,
I said
y'all do y'all thing, and then listen, it's not working out. X, Y, Z. Oh, okay. So she meet the next nigga. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. And you be like, bitch, bitch, I'm beautiful.
See,
There's nothing wrong with that picture. You done just hyped that motherfucker.
See,
Giving her self-esteem? Like, what is we talking about?
Self-esteem, it turned into
Yo,
a
man.
weapon.
Yo,
An offensive weapon.
hey, yo, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a queen. Yo, hold up. See, this guy, man. Hey, yo, I'm gonna make.
You gotta stop telling
Yo,
me
that's
bitches
funny,
they
yo.
queens and they fuck.
This is the
Yo,
funniest
see, that's the
shit,
thing.
bro,
I
so
never called a bitch a queen directly.
I didn't say you did. I'm just
I
saying.
know, I know.
I'm just saying
I'm
that.
just gonna make her feel that.
I don't
way.
want to say.
Just gonna make her feel that
I don't
way.
want to say what ethnicity.
When they come down the steps, and
I
they
don't
about to
want
go.
to say. I don't want to say what ethnicity.
But hold up though.
But there are jokers that be like, yo, you a queen's
Wait.
sister, you a
But hold
king,
up.
brother, and then they turn around and be like, yo, I'm a king, motherfucker. Now give me my motherfucking
Nah,
birth
see-
king and
see-
this guy. Because these motherfuckers, they abuse that
See, but
shit.
my
You
thing-
just said it in the car. Yo,
I said, no,
I'm using my words wisely, so don't say nothing. You a first responder. You can use that to your advantage to get out of the car. How did that work? Because I got a car that's a first responder. That's when niggas say, I'm a queen, bitch. Now give me that pussy.
I mean, for me, nigga, don't nobody gotta tell me I'm king, nigga.
We have to reset because this shit got me tired.
I don't know where this is going.
I'm just saying, when he said king and queen,
At the end of the day,
that bothered me because it's not him, it's just in general. Like,
okay, because you gotta understand. But hold up though. Bro.
Wait, but this nigga said, hey, yo, I'm a king, motherfucker. Now give me my motherfucking discount.
Yo, you gotta see.
Oh, shit, yo.
don't say that.
The thing
Don't
about
say that's ignorant because that's
no,
not ignorant.
I wasn't gonna say that. What I'm saying is,
You know it's real.
I know I'm a king. Ain't nobody gotta tell me that.
But say that to the person who uses
my thing-
it to their abuses their power.
But my thing is this: look at yourself, nigga. Look
Okay,
at you.
yeah.
Look at you, right?
Right.
There's microorganisms all in your body.
Right.
There's a whole fucking galaxy, a universe inside your body, my
hate
nigga.
when he
It's a whole,
does this. I hate when he
there's
does
a whole
this. Here we go.
ecosystem of
Yes.
fucking germs and microorganisms
Right.
in your body, bro.
Do I control
So
them?
you have your own kingdom.
Do I control them?
That is your kingdom.
But do I really control them?
To a
Do I
certain-
control the
If you did it,
molecular?
I
do
see-
I control the molecular level of
After all
whether
them
my
supplements
genes
I
or
seen
my
in-
genetic
after
level
all
does
the
or does
vitamins
not?
and the supplements in there, I hope you got some kind.
Yes, I do. But does that
Alright.
but that
But
doesn't
my whole-
necessarily tell this whole story?
I understand that.
Yo, y'all
I'm
don't
making
believe
a
in
point.
epigenetics?
Who?
Epigenetics?
Shit.
That you could control,
I never heard that term
you could
before.
What?
look it up. If
Well, I gotta take a piss on that. No, I ain't never heard no shit like
Epigenetics
that.
is
Of course,
of course, yeah.
No, because you're very much.
you about to go real deep, though.
I barely know.
Like you know, I didn't know.
Yeah, I
Before
kinda
you get
know.
real deep,
You kind of know.
before you get real deep, I'm not the type of nigga that
dude,
be
I
like.
wanna fucking know what this epigen. What the fuck? There was always
But before you get real deep and all that, you ever seen the movies where it's like the nerd bitch and
Oh,
they play a prank on the shorty and the most popular guy and then all the bitch does is take her glasses off and take her hair out of a ponytail and then she bad and she walking down the steps and the nigga
What's
like,
up
oh my
now,
God.
nigga?
See with me, I'm the type of nigga the bitch come down the steps, I'm like, yo, who you fucking? Who you about to go fuck? Who you about to go tricking with? Like that's my way of telling the bitch like that she bad. I'm saying I'm not gonna tell you directly and be like, oh, you my queen, you know what I mean? Like
Why not though?
you got niggas that'll do that.
Why not?
because it's boring. It's simple. I like things that are more mentally stimulating and challenging.
to you or them? Like how do you ever be like?
I prefer
love
it to
you?
me, but if they get it, if they're like,
That honestly, that shit just can't come out of me like naturally like that.
I never called a girl a queen.
Like I never been
But
like.
do I look at them? Do I view them as such? Yeah,
I never been like, yo, you.
I do. Because we're all
Honestly.
like, yo, we all
You're
can.
beautiful a lot.
I ain't never do that. I ain't never say yo.
It's
you.
not your business.
Yo.
So what I'm asking you real quick, and hear me out.
Yeah.
So would you say that men are all kings?
Yeah, and all right, yeah.
Okay.
Am I gonna
Now,
acknowledge them
so-
as such? No.
So if a bum, hold on, if a bum goes, am I a king?
Whatever corner he on, whatever little block he on
So
the
that-
sidewalk, he the king of that.
Not to be funny. I mean, it is funny, but not to be too funny. But if the bum goes, hey, I suck your dick for a crack, nigga, and it's another nigga.
He probably the king of sucking dicks then. I don't know.
Yeah,
He just ain't gonna be sucking my dick.
Hold up, but that goes back to my answer. That goes back to my question about this, right?
This is terrible. Man.
So we call motherfuckers, right? So listen, we say to each other,
You're the
yo,
king of your own universe, is what I'm saying.
we all right.
You're not gonna identify everyone as such.
But that goes without saying, right?
Right.
Because as we were told as children, we are the ones that are responsible for the right and wrong and the actions that come from that, right?
Right.
So why you say that, and while I know this, what I'm trying to say is that breeding the thought that we are kings and queens from those individuals
You feel
who
like
have
it's
a history,
counterproductive.
who have a
You feel like it's
history
I know
of
where you're
making
going
the
with it.
wrong decisions. Why would we encourage them to continue thus to do that
To feel good
on the
about
basis
themselves?
of being a queen
But
or a king?
I mean, that's
that's the
subjective,
thing.
though.
But that's the thing,
That's
though.
not subjective. That's
But I'm not but I'm not gonna be
Nah.
like this. I'm not gonna like take $20 out of my pocket and I'm gonna be like, yo, you
I'm not talking about. But see, you're
Like,
using. No, I'm not saying money. I'm saying the thought of.
Yo.
See, the words that we speak are more powerful than the thought or the being of anything else in this world. If I told this young man who was lost, going through a hard time in life, who I don't know really why he's going through a hard time, but secretly he beat the shit out of his fucking wife and he just got kicked out the house, but he's telling me he ain't got no place to live. Yo, you a king, my nigga. Yo, survive.
But who says
Overcome.
this? What?
No, but listen. Overcome. Hold on, because we don't know people's
What
true
happened?
stories.
Talking shit.
So listen, overcome, and you shall be where you want to be. Yo, you a king, my nigga. And he a king. He like, bitch,
But that's
I'm a king.
But that's what I'm
and
saying.
I
I'm
go,
not-
oh shit,
But
this
that's-
nigga got locked up for battery.
but the thing,
I just encourage him to be a king,
Bro.
the king, one king of his kingdom.
But
And
the
his-
thing, it's not so much.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna be here and be like, yo, king, yo, king, yo, king. I'm not
saying you wrong. I'm just saying that the
I get what you're saying.
words are used very
Yeah,
loosely.
okay, yeah,
That's
no,
all.
I understand.
You're not wrong in my eyes. You're my brother, and when I know you use your words very articulate. So
When have you ever heard me call king or God?
that's why I'm
unless we're talking
saying
about
right
ourselves?
now you're using that wordage in the way
In
you
your
were-
own body.
Yeah,
That's
but
why
I know you
brought-
won't go
that's
to
why I brought it
KFC.
down
I know you
to,
won't go
like,
to KFC and somebody open up the door for you and be like, hold on. I know you won't. Let me make this one
Yeah,
comment.
every time.
I know you won't go to. I know you won't go to Quick Check.
Mm-hmm.
Over, and then somebody opens the door for you, and it happens to be a male or female, and be like, "Yo, good looks, king. Good looks, queen." I know you won't do that, but what I'm saying is there are individuals that have embedded in their mind.
But that's actually
you
better.
are a queen. You are a
No,
king.
but that's
'cause
actually
you open the
better. That's
door.
how I would use it.
No, but you
I
are.
would- if somebody holds open the door for yo, good looking
But
out,
what do
king,
you
I
know?
appreciate
But
that.
this is the thing.
But
we don't
I'm not-
know of that person, so that you embedded in their head they're a king or a queen. They go back into the car, head back to the house, and they start beating somebody that's trapped in their basement or some crazy shit. I'm a queen, bitch. You know what I'm saying?
You
And
know
then-
what's funny?
Yeah.
You know how I know Vincent. You know how I know that Vincent is like really.
What?
He's adamant about it.
Really, Vincent?
Yeah, he always him. Like he can't help himself. The same way I am. And he
I
is,
am myself.
you are. Like we always been unapologetically us.
Yeah.
I agree
When
with
I
both of
knew
y'all,
when I knew
bro.
that whole
I
king
agree
and
both of
queens,
you.
my thing is I have a lot of empathy for people. You know what I'm saying?
I do too.
He like you lacking that a little bit.
I do
You
not lack
Yes, you do,
empathy.
Vince.
I just am a realism.
No, you Vince, let me tell you something. You were an amazing
Can
person.
I get
nigga.
some of that brown something over there in the corner?
Let me tell you something. You were an amazing person, nigga. And like empathy towards me, you showed me that.
You on more of this shit?
I can't even,
Actually, I'm gonna mix it.
bro. I can't say enough about it, right? But the day that I knew that Vincent knew that he was a king and that he just looked at everybody else, not everybody else, but majority of people that now on his level when we went to Quick Check. Not the majority of people, but just in this situation. And you gonna laugh. He got into argument with some poppy nigga at Quick Check. He's like, they going back and forth, and he's like, here nigga, go feed your family. Go feed your family.
Hold up, wait a minute. That was a low point. Can I say something? Hold on. May I interject? I want to interject.
I'm not saying that defines your character. I'm just saying it was just a moment in time.
But may I interject? That was a very low point in my life that I do not in any way disregard, and I do think about my actions, and I guess I'm against it. I'm disgusted with it, and there's not a day that goes by that I try to remember his face so that I can say I'm sorry. The reason being is because I was under the influence of alcohol, and I was not my true self. I was myself, but not my true self. But what I'm speaking about is not so much as a person who's under the influence or a person who is of thought and mind, but somebody who is truly in the thought of belief that a king and a queen is what they believe it to be, and they spread that notion that you are a king and a queen. And what happens is it's very encouraging. Yes, the little warm sensation that gives you the little butterflies gives you that warm sensation of yes, you're encouraging that person to be something more. But the person that you do not know about is what truly lies within them, and you don't know what they really are. So that person that goes, how many times have we seen, and this is like directly correlated, right? You've seen parents that have raised children to be in their mind a great child, right? A servant of who they are and what they believe. And then that person goes on and they kill somebody. How many times have we seen that person on that same video image, that being, a news anchor, and they go, I didn't think my son was like that. They're totally clueless of what their child did. But the fact of the matter is that you may or may not have an influence on what they were, but the fact of the matter is they chose what to be, but you did, in a sense, have an influence on what they were. You let them do things that they shouldn't have done. You were laxated with the things that they should not have done. And you were like, listen, don't do it again. But oh my God, honey, he got defensive. Let's close the door and lock him in there for like 20 seconds. Like, that's the bullshit that we feed our children. So when you tell somebody, when you tell somebody that comes from a lifeline, and I say a lifeline going back hundreds, thousands of years of slavery, hey, you're a king and a queen. It's not to say that they're not a king and a queen, but when you just spread it around like it's getting like
more women
hold
than men.
Hold on, no, fuck that. When you spread kings and queens like it's Oprah, letting you know that you got a car, and you got a car, and you got a car, who really deserves what that title is? And who knows what to do with that title? People out there abuse that king queen shit, and they fucking get shit from it, bro.
I'm just gonna end it with this. You are like they say, you are the master of your own universe, and the mind is a very powerful thing. That's why the placebo effect actually exists, because you create the world around you.
This nigga say, yo, you won't get take the rest, man.
Whatever you your own right.
You got finesse tonight.
Like I
need to get ice though.
That's just what I was trying to get.
Can I just get it?
In the freezer, bro. Yeah, in the freezer.
There's still some left.
I'm just talking about it overall.
Right. Well, so I'm gonna do the thing. I'm gonna close this. Let me close this out before.
Close it. Why?
Just in case.
Somebody else want to put that?
Are you gonna start another one?
Well, can I close? Can we? Yes. Before we talk, can we close?
Close it out for yours. Yes.
Listen, I want to talk about bitches, man.
That's
spicy, man.
Spicy. I mean, me and Aaron, that's one thing we definitely
talk about.
Close it out. Just say you did. Go ahead.
All right. See y'all later. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Peace.
Gang.